Guys, today we're going to talk about the latest rumor about Meghan Markle. It's not actually a rumor because it was recorded and she said it herself. So the Daily Mail went on to unearth videos that she made during an interview, and she was interviewed about the reality of working as an actress, and she was with the cast of the TV show Suits, and she was giving an interview. At one point she said that she went to an audition and they asked her if she was unionized, which means that if she had signed for the union and part of a union. You have to know that in the US, in order to be in a union, you have to have had a role in a movie. If you haven't had a role in a movie, you can't be in a union. So it's a catch-22. So she was doing that interview for a job, and they asked, are you with union? Are you with a union? And she said, yes, I am. And she was lying, obviously. And she got the job. And then after that, she signed up with a union. So people are writing horrible stuff about her lying to get a job. And I was like, hello, we all have lied in our life to get something. I'm talking about the job. When it comes to work, you fight during interview. During interview, they ask you questions about your skills or what you're able to do. Sometimes you have to say a white lie. That's the reality of it. Meghan Markle is not the only one in Hollywood that has said or done so. She's just very naive to accept it very publicly or to say it very publicly, and I think that she's not going to be this overtly truthful or overtly frank, because people use what you say against you just to make a point or just to validate the hate-filled agenda. So coming back on Meghan Markle and lying during her job, and I said that most of you guys who are criticizing her have done that at one point in your life. I can tell you that. You don't have a blank slate. You have lied at one point in your life. It now depends on how hurtful and how deep the lie was. This is not hurting anyone. She just lied to get a job. She's not hurting any person. And I'm sure that after she got the job, she filed with the union. So, and I have to say something. When it comes to either saying a white lie to get a job or saying the truth and not being able to get a job to pay for your rent, I think that the choice is easy to make and easily made. So I did work at a place for only 2 months, but on my CV, it says 5 months. This is when I started my career. I had done internships and I had done short stints at companies, but work agency would not even send me to interviews just because I hadn't had the longest experience. And I had internship. I did internships. I worked to companies, but only for two or 3 months. So for those companies, it's not enough to send me to their clients. So confronting to something like that, I decided to change my CV. Instead of saying 2 months, I would say 5 months. Instead of saying 3.5 months, I would say 6 months. And because I did that, I was able to have my first real job. This is not lying. This is something that you have to do sometime in order to get a job. If you haven't been confronted to something like that, good for you. You're among the lucky ones, those who can find a job easily right after school when only what you did was internship and you were lucky to have a job. Other people like me have to say a white lie by changing how long they've been with the company, and that's my experience. And to be honest, if I have to do it again, I will do exactly the same. It's either you eat or you don't eat, and in order to eat, you have to say a white lie. People ask you, have you worked with Excel before? You haven't worked with Excel in your life, but you know that by saying yes that you work with Excel, you can get that job you qualified for, but because of that particular skill that you don't have, you won't have it. You say yes, and after that, you go and learn Excel as you go on your job. That's how it is. And to be honest, I am happy to say that I have been in work for my entire life. I've never had to be on the dole, and this is because I was honest enough to say to myself, you know what? I've been here only 2 months, but I need to put 6 months here to get a job and feed myself. That's my experience. I can't say otherwise. I can't blame Meghan for trying to have a role when she had been struggling to have one role, and it's a catch-22. You either have a job to be unionized or you're unionized and have a job. What are you going to do? Are you going to still say the truth and not have anything? Good, Meghan, you were ambitious. You wanted that job, and to get that job, you had to say a little lie that didn't kill anyone. So that's my take on Meghan Markle. And the last controversy about her lying to get a job, which is what actor in Hollywood does. That's my take. Feel free to write a comment and subscribe. If you like the video, feel free to click on like. Thank you.